Hello all, and welcome to English Composition 1. This video is going to cover what is on the Getting Started page, which we'll go to in a minute, and later we will cover the what's in the syllabus. Later on, I'll post a video about how to go through the different units of the course and how to get started in week 1. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Getting Started page, which you can do by going to Course Overview on the left-hand side. You need to read this course description. It's basically talking about what you're expected to do in the course a little. And then down here, you're going to click Getting Started. So the Getting Started page is 12 different pages here that cover different aspects of the course. The first one here is a brief introduction from me, a brief video explaining what Composition 1 is. Make sure that you watch that video and that you look through all of these different parts down here that we'll go through here in a second. The next part here is covering the structure of the course. So this is a 14-week asynchronous online course. Asynchronous means that we will never meet on Zoom unless, or Teams, I guess, with this school. We won't meet on Teams unless you want to have a meeting with me personally, but as a class, we're never actually going to meet. We will have class entirely online. Each class will start on Sunday at 12 a.m. and will end Saturday at 11:59 p.m. During that time, you'll be expected to get all of the assignments done for that week, and all the assignments are divided up into 14 different weeks. During those weeks, you'll have several handouts that you'll have to read, you'll have some videos to watch maybe, and you will have some short graded assignments. Occasionally, you'll have a major assignment that you'll turn in. You'll also have discussion boards. Every week, you'll have a discussion board to do. And that could be peer reviews, it could be talking about the readings, any kind of thing like that. The initial post for your discussion board is due by Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. and the follow-up posts are due Saturday at 11:59 p.m. For those of you unfamiliar with asynchronous online courses, when you do a discussion board, part of the week you'll do whatever your initial response to the readings are, and then the next part of the week you'll respond to your peers. So by Tuesday, you will need to have read and watched all of the stuff that you need to do for the course for that week, and then you will have a series of questions in the discussion board that you'll go through and answer. You'll have about 400 to 500 words to write each week, and then from Wednesday through Saturday, your peers will respond to what you have said, and you will then respond also to what your peers say. As long as you complete all of the posts that I'm asking for, and you get to the length that I'm asking for, then you will receive 100 on whatever this is. Some frequently asked questions. Some of these aren't quite right, but yeah, you can read through these. The one that here that I know is wrong, do I have to purchase the textbook? The textbook is purchased for you, as far as I know. Last year, that's how it worked. They just emailed them to your house, or mailed them, rather, to your house, as long as the school has a correct address for you. You should just have the book already, and we'll cover what the book is here in a minute. But you shouldn't have to buy the book. If that doesn't work out, let me know, and we will work it out. The next part here, this is a bio of me. This is my name. This is a little bit about my education history and the teaching that I've done. Down here is my email. My email is the easiest way to contact me. If you have a question throughout the week, if you're not sure what to do, if you're lost or something, shoot me an email. I check it every day, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see it. Down here is office hours. Generally, I'll have office hours from 1 to 2 on Monday. but we can schedule a different time throughout the week if that doesn't work for you. However, again, you need to send me an email first and say that you want to do this. If you're just trying to jump into Teams and meet me immediately, that's not going to work. It needs to we need time to set that up. Okay, next part. This one is a link to the syllabus. We'll cover the syllabus at the end of the Getting Started page because there's a lot of redundant information on there. Down here, this one is your textbook. We're going to be reading Lansford's Easy Writer with exercises. This is a standard grammar and mechanics and citation textbook that they have for the whole school. Again, I don't believe you have to purchase this. I believe that your tuition and fees have covered this. They should just mail it to your house or give you an online link to it. So if you haven't gotten that yet, send me an email and we'll work it out. Okay. Yeah, we don't use this until week 2, so again, if something's wrong, it won't matter until then. The next part here is a rundown of the different assignments. There are 4 major assignments that you're going to do in this class. You'll have a, this week you're going to turn in a writing sample. That's not one of these. Your first major assignment is due, I believe, in week 5. That is a literacy narrative, which will be a story that you'll tell about yourself. The next one here will be a comparison paper, where you will compare a couple of things. The third one will be a argumentative paper. And then finally you will put all of those together and edit them and stuff into a portfolio. Alright, next here, this is an overview of the Writing Center. The papers that you turn in here are all going to be better if you use the Writing Center in order to help you write them. The Writing Center is a program through the library. You can go there in person, or you can use, you can set up a Teams call with them, but you need to set that up in advance, and you need to make sure that you go to it. If you go to the library and you go over your paper with them, then I'll know about it because they'll send me an email, and I will grade your paper accordingly because I know that you tried harder on it. If you sign up with them but you don't actually go, they'll tell me that as well, and that will also affect your grade. Make sure you watch this video to familiarize yourself with how the Writing Center works. The next one here is a portal for the actual library and some of the services that they have available. They have books and journals and ebooks and all kinds of things that we're going to use throughout the semester with the research that we do. So make sure that you familiarize yourself with them. You'll also have library modules that you'll work on throughout the semester. There are 5 of them in weeks 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. You will turn those in. Those will be worth a significant portion of your grade. The next one here, these are the librarians that you'll be interacting with. If you work with the librarians for research or on one of your papers, these are the people that you'll be working with, so familiarize yourself with them. The next one here, this is a program that we will use throughout the semester. It's a VoiceThread program, so you can record yourself talking and you can get presentations with it. And you can even put in closed captions at the end of it as well. So look over this and familiarize yourself with that. This one is another video from the UIW library explaining the concept of scholarship and how it really works. Not scholarships like the ones that some of you got in order to go to school, but scholarship as in discussion within an academic setting and using research and using logic to figure things out. So make sure that you watch this video. The last one here is the Student Lounge, and you can click this and send messages to your peers and to me if you have any questions. If I don't get back to you, send me an email. I haven't ever gotten a message on one of these before, so I'm not 100% sure it works, but hopefully I will see it and we'll get back to you. Okay, next we're going to go over the syllabus. A lot of what we covered just now will also be covered in the syllabus. Again, at the top here, this is our course, and here is all of my information, my office hours, my email, again, the easiest way to contact me, and the time of the class, and our classroom, which is imaginary. Down here is a course overview explaining what the course is about. It's mostly boilerplate. You can read over it if you would like to, but I think you've got the idea by now. Down here is our ebook and our printed book that are both available to you. You shouldn't have to buy these. They should just mail them to your house. And if you don't have them yet, let me know. These are a list of readings down here that we will cover throughout the semester. You don't have to buy any of these. These will be provided for you. They are already loaded onto our courses page. And throughout the semester, you'll end up reading a whole bunch of these. But you don't have to pay for any of them. There's also YouTube videos in here. These are SLOs. Again, these are boilerplate stuff that comes from the school. It's basically saying that you're going to be doing a lot of research, you're going to learn how to organize papers, you're going to learn how to edit, you're going to write an awful lot, you're going to read an awful lot, you're going to learn how to read things critically, and you're going to engage in academic conversation with your peers in the class. You can read over all of that again if you want to. Down here is the grading scale for the course. And so this is how you're going to be judged with participation and that sort of thing throughout the semester. These are all of the different assignments that you'll have. These are the library modules that I talked about. There's 5 of them, and they're 15% of your grade. These are the different writing assignments. The first 2 are worth 10%, and the last one is worth 15%. Other assignments, so all of the stuff that we do online, will be worth 20%. This is mostly your daily assignments that you'll have. And then your final portfolio and your presentation of your portfolio, which will use that VoiceThread program that we pointed out, that's going to be worth a total of 30%. And that will take all the work you've done throughout the semester and boil it down into a portfolio. The assessments, we already covered those. The assignments, rather. That's on the Getting Started page. Grade scale, it's boilerplate. Attendance. So attendance for this course means being present in class and participating. Of course, we don't have an actual classroom, so I'm not going to judge whether you were there at a specific time or anything like that. Attendance for us means you logged into the course, you did all of the readings, and you participated in the discussions, and you turned in assignments. If you have a week where you don't do any of those things, that will be counted as an absence, and will count against your grade pretty significantly. It's very important in a class like this that everyone is participating and working together and doing all of the assignments, because that's the only way that you're learning all of this stuff. And it's the only way that your peers are learning all of this stuff. They're relying on you just as much as you are relying on them. And so attendance is a pretty big deal. If you have excessive absences, then you can be dropped. If you don't show up on the first week of school, then you'll be dropped as well. Okay. COVID response. This is something that will matter if you are on campus or if you're an athlete, if you're one of those two groups of people, and you catch the coronavirus and you've been tested positive for it, you have to tell the school that you have tested positive for it and self-isolate. If you don't do that, then you can get in a lot of trouble. So make sure that you're not spreading coronavirus any more than you have to. Privacy statement: everything that you read from fellow students in this class and everything that they read of yours is considered private. You're not allowed to share any of that information with anybody else, and they're not allowed to share any of your information with anyone else. So what happens in class should stay in class, unless something heinous happens, but it won't. Okay, other course requirements. Here's the student handbook. Here's your Lake email. You should be using your Lake email exclusively. Don't send me Gmails or Yahoo mails or anything like that. As long as we are working through Our Lady of the Lake, all of your emails should be from our email here at the school. Late assignments will not be accepted. So don't turn in assignments late. Once a week is over, it is over. Yeah, the only exception to this is if you have some extraordinary circumstances, illness, or, death in the family or something like that. Tell me about that and we'll work around it. But if you just are a no-show for a week, you will lose all those grades. Course participation, again, you need to make sure that you're here and that you are engaged in the course and you're turning in all of the different parts every week. And there is quite a lot of work in this class. There's a lot of stuff to read, a lot of stuff to write, and I'll expect you to write all of it and read all of it. Make sure you stay on top of it and make sure that you're doing all of that work every week. Otherwise, it will definitely catch up with you. This is talking about the requirements for writing. Yeah, critical thinking, conceptual ability, communication. Yeah, this is all typical stuff that you've used before in writing. Basically, the writing in here, what you're trying to do is you're trying to be very accurate with all of the stuff that you say. With the second and third paper, you're going to need to back up what you say with sources and proof, and you're going to need to write in a very logical and measured way that makes your points without making up a lot of stuff. APA guidelines. We'll be using MLA and APA in here. So during parts of the year, you'll need to familiarize yourself with both of those. I know there's a part where we look at MLA, but I don't know if I've added an APA part yet, so I may need to do that. But those of you that are doing social work, I understand a lot of you will be in social work. APA is what you'll be using for that, so we'll practice that some throughout the year. Technology policy, this is for in-person classes. More COVID information. Again, make sure you self-report, especially if you're on campus or an athlete. Statement of diversity, equality, and inclusion. I will be as fair as I possibly can to all of you, based on whatever situations you're coming into the classroom with, whatever your backgrounds are. I expect you to do that with me and with all of the other students in the class as well. Statement of land acknowledgement. Okay. Alright. Down here at the very bottom is the course calendar. And this has laid out week by week all of the different readings and all of the different assignments that you'll have due. Up here you can see our first week and the stuff that you'll have to turn in. The main thing you're going to have to do is your diagnostic writing, where you are going to write a short essay and turn that in by Saturday at midnight. It's not something that I'm going to grade like really harshly. It's just to see how well you write and what your strengths and weaknesses are so that I can better teach the class moving forward. You're also going to have a icebreaker discussion where you're going to get to know your peers, some articles to read, and some videos to watch. We don't use the textbook until week 3, so that's good. So if anybody doesn't have the textbook, by next week, make sure that you definitely, if you don't have the textbook now, let me know, but we can sort that out, I think, by the time we actually need to use it. You can scroll through this and you can see all of the different weeks. Here's the first library module you're going to do. Week 5 is the one where you end up actually turning in your first writing assignment. Not counting your diagnostic that you'll do this week, your first actual graded writing assignment is going to be your literacy narrative, which you'll turn in week 5. Later on, next one will be week 9 when you turn in your comparison paper, and then the last one will be week 14. You'll turn in your argumentative paper. Alright, and before I go, I'll show you one more thing. To go through all of the different parts of the course, to actually access all of this stuff for week 1, what you're going to do is go over here to course units, and it will open up every week of the course. I'm going to leave all of these open now so that you can look ahead and see what you need to do in the future. I'll leave them open once we're done with them so you can look back and see what we did in the past. To start week 1, you'll go ahead and click here, and you'll start working through all the different parts of the course. In the same announcement where I post this video, I'm going to post a video showing you how to go through week 1. So make sure to watch that video, and it will show you how to go through all of the different parts for week 1. Alright, that's the Getting Started page and the syllabus. Good luck, guys. I will see you all in the discussions.